Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Hey guys, welcome back. In this session we are going to look at how to install a Nexus on your EC2 instance, that is your Ubuntu EC2 instance. So before we jump in, let's understand what is your Nexus. Now Nexus is a repository manager which helps you to publish your packages and share it with other developers. So it acts as a storage space where you can store your artifacts or packages and then you can share it with other developers. So what it does is it allows you to proxy collect and manage your dependencies so that you do not have to constantly juggle between a collection of your jars. It makes it easy for you to distribute your software. It also helps you to configure your build to publish your artifacts to Nexus, and then they become available to other developers. So that's what your Nexus does. Now, as a prerequisite, you will need to have a minimum of 4 GB RAM capacity for your EC2 instance. So I am running a Ubuntu instance. So here is my Ubuntu instance, and I'm using T2.medium. Now this gives me 2 CPU core and 4 GB RAM. If you're under a free tier, this will cost you. You'll have to pay money for this because only T2.micro is free of cost and this is chargeable. So please keep that in mind. Now these are the steps you'll be using to set up your Nexus. So first is you'll be connecting to your instance. So this is my Ubuntu instance that I have here, and first thing we will do is we will update my Ubuntu instance. So this will apply all the updates that are available for my Ubuntu AMI. Once that is done, we are going to install Java. So your Nexus is dependent on Java, so you need to have Java for this. So run this command which is available here, and this will install Java for you. Next is cd opt, which is change directory to opt. Now this is optional. You can do this in any directory that you want, but I have chosen opt. So all my files needed for my Nexus will be stored in my opt folder. So for this I'll say now once you're done installing Java, you can run this command java-jar, which will show you the version of Java that is installed. Next I'll go to my opt and I'm going to download my Nexus. Now as of this recording, this is the latest version that we have, which is 3.22.1. I'll be providing this URL in the description. I'll also give you the URL from where you can find new packages if they are available in the future. So I will download this. So wget will download the package for me. So here is my package. Sorry, here is my package. Next we are going to unzip it. So I will run tar. Sorry. So I'll say tar-xzf and my file name, and this will unzip the file. Now what it does is it has two folders which was available in my tar file. Now we no longer need the tar file, so I will delete that. Now I'm going to rename this for the readability purpose. So I'll say move this to my new folder name, which is Nexus. So if you want, you can do that. Else if you are comfortable with the older name, you can use that also. Next we are going to add a user. So it's as a good security practice, you should always have a user for your application. So for my Nexus user, we are going to create a user. So you can run this add user and your username. Now this will prompt you for the password. Provide the password, confirm the password, and your okay, my password does not seem to match, so let me retry this. Okay, it also prompts you for additional detail like your full name, room number, phone number and everything. It's optional. If you want, you can provide. I'll simply hit enter and Y for confirmation. So my user is created. Next we are going to add this user in the sudoers file, where we are telling do not prompt me for any password. So we'll simply take this line and we will, so you can run this vi sudo to open up the sudoers file, and under this root I'm going to paste this. Okay, so here we are telling for this user we want to give all privileges and do not prompt me for any password. I'll save this. Next is setting up the permission. So here if you see, both these folders are set to your root as a ownership. Now we want to change this to the user that we have created. So we want the Nexus to be the owner for these two directories. So for this we are going to run this command. So chown with own, which is change ownership, -r is recursively, meaning everything that is there inside this directory, I want this to be applied. This is my ownership and then my location. Enter, and my ownership has been changed. We are going to do the same thing for this Sonatype. So we'll run this command, and now my ownership has been changed. Next we want to add the Nexus as a service at the boot time, that is when my system is being rebooting. I want my Nexus to be started as a service. So for that you can run this command. Now what this does is, nano is my editor. This will open up this nexus.rc file. In this you will see this run as user, that is as what user you want to run this Nexus. By default this is commented, so uncomment it and add the user that you have created. Now my user is Nexus, and I will save this file. Next we are going to create a soft link for my Nexus. So run this command. Now what this will do is, this will create a soft link with this name. So inside my etc/init.d/ with the name Nexus, it creates a soft link for this directory or this path. Next we are going to log in as a user. So I'll come out of my root user and will log in to my Nexus user. So su Nexus, this will prompt you for the password of your Nexus user that you would have created here. Enter, and you will be logged in as your Nexus user. So the last step we have is starting the service. So I can go to opt Nexus bin. So here you'll have the script that you can use to start the service. So to start the service you can run this command /nexus start. So what this will do is, this will start your Nexus service. Now by default this Nexus service runs on your port number 8081. So make sure you have opened up the port number in your security group of your EC2 instance before you access the application. Okay, so here is my instance, and in my security group I have included 8081. So let's try accessing this. So that's my IP address. I'll say :8081. If everything is correct, you should be able to, let me start this again, and if everything is correct, what's happening, just wait for this. Okay, so it took few seconds, but here you can see my repository is coming up. So here is my Nexus running on my EC2 instance. Next you will need to log in to this. Now to log in, click on this sign in, and you can provide your username. So your username is admin, and your password will be available in this location. So you can go to that, which is my Sonatype. Inside Sonatype I have Nexus 3, and under this you will have this admin.password. So I'll read this file, and this is my password. Similarly, you in your machine you should be able to see a password. Provide this password, click on sign in, and the first thing it will ask you is to do some required setup, and it will ask you to change the password. Now remember, this admin.password will be available as long as you don't change the password. Once you change the password, this admin.password will no longer be available, and whatever the password you would have set, you can use that to connect to your instance. And Done. So when I go to this browse, you should be able to see few repositories, default repositories that will be available. I'm not gonna cover this setting integration with Maven in this session. This session was all about the setup of your Nexus. So that's all for this session. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.